Hi there, dog lovers. Are you struggling to get your furry friend to listen, follow commands, or simply behave better? Well, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'll be sharing 30 essential dog training tips that will transform your pup from a handful to a well-behaved companion. These tips are simple, effective, and work for dogs of all breeds and ages. So grab your dog's favorite treats and let's get started. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Paw Academy for more helpful dog training content. Let's build a stronger bond with your pup together. Section 1. Training Basics. Tip 1. Start with positive reinforcement. Dogs, like us, love being rewarded for doing something right. When your dog listens to a command or behaves well, reward them immediately with a treat, some enthusiastic praise, or even their favorite toy. Think of it like getting a high five at work. It makes you want to keep up the good work, right? Just remember to give rewards right away, so they connect it with the right action. Tip 2. Be consistent. Imagine if your boss gave you different instructions every day. You'd be confused, right? Dogs are the same. If you tell your dog, sit one day and down the next for the same action, they'll be scratching their head, figuratively speaking. Stick to the same commands and make sure everyone in the house is on the same page with the rules. It'll make training much smoother. Tip 3. Keep training sessions short and fun. Dogs don't have long attention spans, kind of like when we scroll social media for too long. Keep training sessions to 5 to 10 minutes max. It's better to have a few short sessions throughout the day than one marathon session that leaves you both frustrated. Always end on a positive note so your dog stays excited for the next lesson. Tip 4. Use simple, clear commands. Nobody likes confusing instructions, including your dog. Stick to clear, one-word commands like sit or stay. Leave out the long sentences like, "Can you sit down for me, please?" That'll just make your dog tilt their head in confusion. Be firm but calm and you'll see better results. Tip 5. Train in distraction-free environments. Imagine trying to focus on a new skill in a noisy room with people talking and music blasting. Not easy, right? Start training your dog in a quiet space, like your living room or backyard. Once they've nailed the basics, slowly introduce distractions. This will help them learn to listen even when things get chaotic. Tip 6. Timing is everything. Dogs live in the moment. If your dog sits but you wait too long to reward them, they'll have no clue what they did right. It's like getting praise for a job you did 2 months ago. Nice, but not very helpful. Be quick with your feedback so they can connect the dots and learn faster. Section 2. Obedience Tips. Tip 7. Teach sit as a foundation. Command sit is one of the easiest and most useful commands to teach. Plus, it's a great foundation for other training. To teach it, hold a treat right above your dog's nose, close enough that they can smell it but not grab it. Slowly move the treat backward over their head. As they follow the movement with their nose, they'll naturally sit. As soon as their bottom touches the ground, say sit, and reward them immediately with the treat and some praise. Here's a tip. Practice sit before feeding, going for walks, or greeting visitors. It helps reinforce the command in real-life situations. Tip 8. Master stay for safety. Stay is one of those commands that can literally keep your dog safe in dangerous situations. To teach it, start by asking your dog to sit. Hold your hand up like a traffic officer and say, "Stay," in a calm but firm voice. Take one step back, wait a few seconds, and then step forward to reward them if they stayed put. Gradually increase the distance and duration. Always use a release word like okay or free to let them know they can move again. Without a release word, they won't understand when the stay command ends. Tip 9. Use leave it to prevent trouble. Dogs are naturally curious, which is adorable, until they decide to investigate something dangerous like a dropped piece of chocolate or your favorite shoes. Leave it is a lifesaver for those moments. Start by holding a treat in your closed hand. Your dog will probably sniff, lick, or paw at your hand to get it. Stay patient. The moment they stop trying, say leave it and reward them with a different treat from your other hand. Repeat this until they understand that leave it means backing off from the object in front of them. Tip 10. Practice recall. Come. Regularly recall is probably the most important command for keeping your dog safe. If they ever slip off their leash or wander too far at the park, you want them to come back to you immediately. Start by calling your dog in a happy, upbeat tone. Make it sound like coming to you is the best thing ever. Use their name followed by the command. Max, come. When they come to you, reward them generously with treats, praise, or a favorite toy. Even if it took them a while to listen, always make it a positive experience. You want them to associate come with good things. Pro tip: never use come to scold your dog. If they think they're going to get in trouble, they won't want to listen next time. Tip 11. Avoid repeating commands. We've all been there, standing in the yard repeatedly yelling, "Sit, sit, sit," while our dog just stares at us. But here's the thing. Dogs learn to ignore repeated commands. If your dog doesn't respond right away, pause, make sure you have their attention, and then try again with a clear, firm voice. It's better to say it once with focus than to turn it into background noise they tune out. Tip 12. Use hand signals for better understanding. Dogs are visual learners, so pairing hand signals with verbal commands can make training more effective. For example, for sit, you can raise your hand palm up. For stay, hold your palm out like a stop sign. Over time, your dog may even respond to hand signals without needing the verbal command. This is especially helpful in noisy environments or when your dog is older and may have hearing issues. Section 3. Problem behaviors, 10 to 15. Tip 13. Stop jumping on people. As cute as it may seem when your dog greets you by jumping up, it's not so great when they do it to guests or strangers. The key to curbing jumping is to ignore the behavior entirely. When your dog jumps on you, turn your back and avoid making eye contact or reacting. Wait until they have all 4 paws on the ground, then reward them with praise or a treat. This teaches them that calm behavior gets attention, while jumping results in nothing. The more you reinforce this, the more your dog will understand what's expected. Remember, patience is important. Don't give in to the jumping even if they're cute. Tip 14. Barking control dogs bark to communicate, but excessive barking can be a problem, especially when triggered by things like the doorbell, other animals, or boredom. The first step in managing barking is identifying the trigger. Once you know what sets them off, you can address it. Teach your dog the quiet command by waiting for them to stop barking, even for a moment. When they do, say quiet and reward them with a treat. Over time, they'll learn that being quiet earns positive reinforcement. If they start barking again, calmly repeat the process, but don't shout or get frustrated. Consistency is key. Tip 15. Curb chewing. Chewing is a natural behavior for dogs, especially when they're teething or bored. To curb destructive chewing, start by providing plenty of appropriate chew toys. Make sure they're engaging and safe. There are some great options, from rubber toys to bones and treats. When you catch your dog chewing on something they shouldn't, calmly remove it and replace it with a toy. At the same time, make sure to remove access to the things you want to protect: shoes, furniture, and anything else that's off limits. The more consistent you are, the quicker your dog will learn what's theirs to chew and what's not. Tip 16. Prevent leash. Leash pulling can make walks stressful, but there's a simple fix: the stop and go method. When your dog pulls on the leash, immediately stop walking. Stand still and wait for them to release the tension on the leash. The moment the leash is loose, reward them by starting to walk again. This teaches them that pulling gets them nowhere, but walking calmly earns a reward. Be patient. This method takes time, but it's one of the most effective ways to curb pulling without using harsh corrections. Over time, your dog will learn to walk beside you calmly. Tip 17. Manage separation. Anxiety dogs are social animals, and some may struggle when left alone. To manage separation anxiety, start by leaving your dog for short periods, maybe just a few minutes at first. Gradually increase the length of time you're gone, making sure to stay calm and upbeat when you leave and return. While you're away, give them something to keep their mind occupied, like a puzzle toy filled with treats or a long-lasting chew. This will help distract them and make alone time more enjoyable. And when you return, stay calm and avoid making a big fuss. You want them to associate your comings and goings with calm, positive experiences. Tip 18. Desensitize to loud noises. Many dogs are sensitive to loud noises, whether it's thunderstorms, fireworks, or vacuum cleaners. To help your dog become more comfortable, start by exposing them to the noise at a low volume. You can find recordings of common noises or even use a sound machine. When your dog stays calm during the noise, reward them with treats and praise. Gradually increase the volume over time, making sure your dog is comfortable before turning it up. If they show signs of fear, go back to a lower volume and work up more slowly. This gradual desensitization can help your dog build confidence and reduce anxiety around loud sounds. Section 4. Advanced tips. Tip 19. Teach place for calmness. If your dog gets a bit too excited when visitors arrive or when there's too much going on around them, teaching the place command can really help. Start by picking a designated spot for your dog, like a bed or mat. Encourage them to go to the spot, and once they're there, calmly say "place" and reward them with a treat when they settle down. The key here is consistency. Practice this when things are calm so they learn to associate the spot with calmness. Over time, your dog will understand that they need to stay in their place until you release them with a cue like "okay" or "free." This is a great way to help them stay calm when there's chaos, and it gives them a place to relax when needed. Tip 20. Socialize your dog. Socialization is a crucial part of raising a well-behaved dog. It helps them become more confident and less fearful of new experiences. Start by exposing your dog to different environments, people, and other dogs in a controlled manner. Begin with quieter, less crowded spaces and gradually move to busier areas. Introduce your dog to new people and dogs one at a time to avoid overwhelming them. Praise them when they remain calm and relaxed in new situations. Socializing your dog early on helps prevent fear-based behaviors down the line, and it gives them the confidence to handle new situations as they grow. Tip 21. Clicker training for precision. Clicker training is an incredibly effective tool for reinforcing specific behaviors, and it's perfect for fast learners. The beauty of a clicker is that it marks the exact moment your dog does something right. When your dog performs a desired behavior, you immediately click the clicker and then reward them with a treat. The sound of the click becomes a signal to your dog that they've done something right, which speeds up the learning process. You can use the clicker for teaching new tricks, reinforcing good behavior, or even training in noisy environments where verbal cues might get lost. With a little practice, your dog will start associating the click with a reward, making training sessions more efficient and effective. Tip 22. Teach wait for impulse control. We all know how excited dogs can get around doorways, food, or anything they love. Teaching the wait command can help your dog practice patience, and it's super useful in daily situations like before mealtime or when going outside. Start by having your dog sit at the doorway or near their food bowl. Calmly say "wait," and when they stay still, reward them with a treat and praise. If they try to rush through the door or dive into their food, gently reset them and try again. Over time, your dog will learn that patience equals reward, and they'll become more focused and controlled in these situations. Tip 23. Build focus with eye contact. Building focus is one of the most valuable skills you can teach your dog, and it starts with eye contact. Dogs are naturally attuned to body language, so teaching them to look into your eyes helps create a deeper connection and improves communication. To teach this, hold a treat near your face, just above your eyes, and wait for your dog to make eye contact with you. When they do, reward them with a treat and praise them. Practice this in calm settings, and as your dog gets better, start incorporating it into training sessions or even when you need their attention in a distracting environment. This skill not only improves their focus, but also strengthens your bond with them. Bonus tips for fun and bonding. Tip 24. Play brain games. Mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise for your dog. To keep their mind sharp and engaged, try hiding treats around your house and letting your dog find them. Start with easier spots and gradually make it more challenging as your dog gets better at sniffing out the hidden goodies. These types of brain games help prevent boredom and can keep your dog entertained, especially on rainy days or when you don't have time for a walk. Plus, it builds their problem-solving skills and provides them with a fun way to use their instincts. Tip 25. Teach fun tricks, like high five or spin. Training your dog isn't just about obedience, it's also about having fun and bonding with them. Teaching fun tricks like high five or spin can be a great way to build your dog's confidence and deepen your connection. Start with simple gestures, like holding a treat in your hand and guiding them to raise their paw for a high five. For spin, use a treat to get your dog to follow it in a circle, rewarding them when they complete the action. Not only are these tricks fun for both you and your dog, but they also improve their focus, coordination, and overall learning ability. Tip 26. Don't rush training. Every dog is unique, and they all learn at their own pace. Whether your dog is picking up a new trick or working through a behavior challenge, patience is key. Don't rush the process or get frustrated if progress feels slow. Instead, focus on the small wins, whether it's a few seconds of eye contact or a successful sit after multiple tries. Celebrate every achievement no matter how small, because it's all part of the learning journey. In time, consistency and patience will lead to bigger results, and you'll be amazed at how far you've come together. Tip 27. Stay calm and confident. Dogs are incredibly intuitive and pick up on their human's energy. If you're feeling anxious or frustrated, your dog will likely mirror those emotions. That's why it's important to stay calm and confident, especially during training. If your dog is struggling to understand a command or behavior, take a deep breath, stay patient, and give them gentle encouragement. Your calm energy will help them feel secure and focused, which makes the training process smoother and more enjoyable for both of you. Tip 28. Be your dog's biggest cheerleader. Training isn't always a straight line, and progress can sometimes feel slow. That's why it's important to be your dog's biggest cheerleader, especially when they're having a tough time. Whether you're working on basic commands or more complex tricks, always end each session on a positive note. Reward any progress, no matter how small, and give them lots of praise. Ending on a high note will leave both you and your dog feeling motivated and excited for the next training session. Tip 29. Stay consistent beyond training sessions. Training doesn't stop when the session ends. Reinforce good behaviors throughout the day, whether it's asking your dog to sit before meals or rewarding calm behavior when they're alone in their crate. Consistency throughout the day helps your dog understand that good behavior is expected at all times, not just during formal training. Incorporate training into your everyday life, and soon your dog will be on their best behavior, whether they're at home or out in the world. Tip 30. Exercise your dog's body and mind. Physical exercise is crucial for a dog's overall well-being, but don't forget about their mental health too. Combine both by engaging your dog in activities that challenge them physically and mentally. Regular walks, hikes, or games of fetch are great for exercise, while puzzle toys, agility courses, or interactive games like tug of war help stimulate their minds. A tired dog is a happy dog, and by providing both physical and mental outlets, you'll have a more balanced, well-behaved pup who is ready to tackle training and enjoy quality time with you. There you have it, 30 essential dog training tips to help you build a strong and happy bond with your furry friend. Remember, consistency, patience, and love are the keys to success. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Paw Academy, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more dog training content. Thanks for watching and happy training. See you in the next video.